Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years. And I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now. Hey traders, John Howell here. Today we're going to be looking at, we've got actually a jam-packed session for you today. I'm going to be looking at gold and silver, be looking at the mining stocks as well too, be looking at the overall stock market to see what's going on there as well too. I talked to you about the tech sector, something really important that I want to talk to you about with the tech sector. Also want to cover Bitcoin as well too in today's video. I think Bitcoin, there's something interesting happening with Bitcoin I want to share with you. Also want to share with you today as well too, also 3 different stocks that I really like. One stock I'm already in. I just got in just literally last week. And there's 2 stocks that are on my radar that I wanted to get in, that I'm looking to get into as well. I'm going to share with you all the details in today's session. So let's get straight into today's session right now. Let's start off with the good old gold and silver. Now, what is happening here with gold and silver? Man, I'm out of breath. Anyway, what's happening here with gold and silver? So gold and silver right now, you can see, or should I say gold? To the right, we can see that there's a weekly chart here to the right, and we can see what's actually happening here right now is that we've got this very nice sort of V bottom action happening right now. Look at this here, big V bottom in gold, right? So big V bottom in gold, and you can see that with this big V bottom, to me, I believe, it's obviously, to me, it's the name V bottom because I truly believe this is the bottom now for quite some time. So even if we did get something like that, guys, coming in the markets here, it's probably going to create some sort of reversal head and shoulder formation. Oh, isn't that interesting? Maybe. So if we did get a little bit like that, that would equal that. And then if we did that, is that no, like that? Yeah. And if we drew some teeth in, no. Right. Anyway, so so we can see that's what's happening through there, right? With gold. So we may get a little bit more downside here, guys. We may get some sort of breakout. We're getting a bit of a short-term sort of squeezing up pattern here. And we've actually made quite a nice run, you know, from the low to the high. We've actually gone for almost a 15% move to the upside. So that's actually quite a nice move. So if we did start to break down, there's a few levels that I'm really sort of focused on here. The first level would be that level there. Let's bring up this weekly chart here. Oh, sorry, the daily chart. And you can see that's that level through there. So there's this level through here that I'm really focused on. But then also, if the market did start to have a bit more of a pullback out of this here, you can see this whole range between this level here, which is around the 1820 down to sort of 1700. That's where we're finding major support levels. So that's where we're finding major support levels here when it comes to gold. So we can see if we do get a bit of a drop down here, guys, that's where it's probably likely to find support. And then I do see this market creating, if you look at this weekly chart, this is the daily chart, this is the weekly chart. If we did get something like that, I see this thing creating some sort of a higher low here. Low, high, higher low, and then doing something like that. And then off the 3K, we go. Moving over now, 3,000. I truly believe we're on our way to 3,000. That's probably the minimum target. It's probably going to go a lot higher with what's going to happen over the next 4 or 5 years. But not a spike, okay guys? Don't expect to see a spike from 2,000 to 3,000 overnight, like a GameStop or an AMC or any of those markets, right? Like even Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin from 10,000 to 60,000. Guess what? It didn't happen in one day. It happened over the course of 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Makes sense, guys? So just keep that in mind. Also, looking at silver here, we can see with silver right now is definitely creating a really, really nice pattern. We're definitely getting a bit of a squeezing up here, and we're squeezing up into a triangle pattern with silver. And silver's just looking really, really strong, and it's looking really nice here. A bit of a sideways phase. So silver looks like it's about to get a bit of a breakout soon. You can see this weekly chart here, guys. Again, you got the daily chart to the right, weekly chart to the left. Sorry. Wrong way, John. Wrong way. Daily chart to the left, weekly chart to the right. And that big picture weekly chart, it's squeezing up, and now we're holding here. So once we break my next target, once we break this sort of 29 into the $30 level, my target is then $35 when it comes to silver. So silver right now, to me, I definitely do see once we start to break out, this actually could be quite nice. So I'm actually really focusing on things like the SLV here, and the SLV price. If I squeeze my SLV chart up, we can see this next major resistance back here on this weekly chart over here. So $34 level there. That's where I see probably silver's likely to run to when it comes to when it comes to that there. So if we can break this whole level, you can see once again this whole short term. This is what the short term looks like here. So this whole level through here is obviously this level through there. So if we can start to break up, then this big picture says that we're probably going to be there's a bit of a free and clear move to up to $34. So silver could be getting ready to go for a spike, guys. So hold on to your horses. It may be getting ready. But again, we need the breakout first with really good volume. All right, we want a good breakout with really good volume, and that would definitely that would tell us, okay, we're now likely to see some movement to the upside when it comes to silver there. Now let's go look at the mining stocks. Gold. Let's actually start off with the gold junior stocks. And gold junior stocks, firstly, guys, the GDXJ. Let's actually start off with the small short-term picture. The short-term picture here, you can see a really nice sort of upward trend. We had a low here, and then if I zoom in, there we go. Sort of the last sort of 3 months worth of data here on this daily chart to the left, weekly chart to the right. So if we have this nice touch here, and we're right at this level here. So it's really I definitely do say we're getting to an oversold level right now. And if the market does hold here and we start to get something like this and we start to break out, then we've got a real good probability chance of this weekly chart to the right. That's where we are right now on this weekly chart. This is what the daily chart looks like to the left, weekly chart to the right. If we can break above here, then I see us going for a nice move, a really nice move. If we can start to get like a really nice break up above here with some volume, then the ultimate high point is up here. So if we look at this market from, say, that perspective right there, that's that whole area. You can see how this weekly chart had a lot of resistance up here. So if we do start to break above here on the GDXJ, then we could actually be getting ready for a nice move to the upside when it comes to the gold junior stock. So I really like this pattern. We've had a nice move up, a bit of sideways phase. If we can start to get something like that coming soon, then we could be getting ready for another bull move, a very nice bull move in the GDXJ. Move over now through to the GDX. And the same sort of thing as well too, we're seeing here on the GDX, had a very nice sort of breakup out of this downward phase, and now we're just really, really sort of holding through here when it comes to the weekly chart, and we are definitely getting a bit of a pullback again. We're getting very close to an oversold level here, so that's going to be really, really awesome. If we can start to get a bit of a turning point here, now let's actually wait for the market to tell us that. If we can get something like this and a bit of a breakout with volume, then we've had this move up, we had a sideways phase, and so then I would say we're probably likely to do this move again. This is that ultimate high point up here. On a bit more conservative, that $44 level there. So if we can break $40 on a conservative level, it looks like we're probably likely to run to that $44 level. Move over now through to the SILJ. And the silver junior stocks, you can see how we've had a move up and a sideways phase. We're almost at the, or actually we've got a bit of resistance up here. That's where the market definitely rejected up there for a reason. I don't know why it did that, but you can see it definitely rejected it at that level there. And we're just going sideways here. So we really need to see a break above this sort of $19 level for this to be free and clear when it comes to the SILJ and the SIL. The SIL, to me, guys, it's, again, we've got this sort of line coming through here, and we have this sort of squeezing of pattern of this weekly chart. On the short term, as you can see on this absolute short term chart we've got here. Let me bring this trend line over here for a bit more. That'll be the line I'd want to use, someone through there. So we are getting a bit of a squeezing. You can see actually what's happening here. We're getting a bit of a squeezing of this here. So the SIL is actually looking much more bullish than anything else, guys. We can see here a bit of a sideways movement. If we do get a breakout like that, then we could be getting ready to go for a nice move. But we're getting very close to that really good oversold level on the silver miners, but the gold mining stocks are really getting to that oversold level where we could be getting a nice turning point soon. And the silver miners are almost there as well. Now let's get into the actual stock market, guys. We're going to be looking at the Dow Jones first, and a bit of an update on the Dow Jones. There actually could be a bit of a weakness coming into the Dow Jones, but I just want to, if you go back and watch my video, I talked about that. I talked about that last week, where I'm starting to see, some of my indicators are sort of diverging and so on and so forth. We are definitely in this chart to the left here. Once again, guys, this chart to the left is the daily charts, and then the weekly charts to the right. If we can see what's happening through here, we can see we have this low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And on this weekly chart, we have been quite high for quite some time. So that's the danger territory where we are right now. It's like we've been going up for quite some time. And so there is a potential of this thing starting to roll over, and this thing starting to sort of peter out here. Now, that's what I'm looking at in the markets right now. But the situation we're in right now, when it comes to the actual stock market, with the 0% interest rates, the inflation coming, and the quantitative and the printing of money, I wouldn't be too surprised. And if we do get a bit of a pullback here, guys, it's probably going to be short-lived, a bit of a short-term correction, 10 or so%, and then it's off to the races once again. But on the flip side, it's hard to say that because of exactly what I just said a minute ago about the printing of money, the 0% interest rates, the big bonfire that's behind these markets. So the best thing you want to do, guys, is keep an open mind. If we do start to break below this low level through here on the Dow Jones, then that's probably going to be that'll be the end of this bull move that we've had here for quite some time, and then we're probably likely to see a correction of 10%. We're probably likely to see a move back down towards, say, the 30, around 31, maybe even down to 30,000 level, maybe even a bit lower than that, but I see a movement down, say, to 31,000, maybe even a bit lower than that. It's probably around the 30,000 level. That maybe there's a pretty good strong support level there. So we may even see this sort of move happen. So that's what I'm seeing through there. When it comes to the S&P 500, it's a different story, right? We're starting to get a bit of a divergence here. The Dow Jones is sort of flattening out, but the S&P looks like it's trying to eke up a new high. Again, we're getting a bit of a weaknesses here, but the line in the sand for the S&P 500 is definitely looking at this one right here. We can see this is the last low, and you can see every time we've actually made a dip higher low, 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 dip, right? Sounds like my boxing coach. Dip, John, dip. And so the line in the sand is really around this sort of 4,050 level. If the S&P does break this level here, so this level right here on the S&P 500 is this level here on the weekly charts. If we do break that, then we're probably likely to start to see a lot more of a significant strong sell-off in the markets. And until we do that, then it's game on still for the bulls. And again, that may not even happen because we are in a very big sort of extended bull move here. But once again, guys, with the environment right now, we could be just getting ready for another moonshot to the upside. So, and moving over now through to the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is the one that I'm actually really excited about. I think the tech sector has incredible moves for this week moving forward. We can see once again that the Nasdaq is definitely sort of in this really beautiful, you can see on the weekly chart here, beautiful triangle pattern. Target is 16,000. As on the weekly chart there, you can see the daily chart here. You see this beautiful triangle pattern here happening on the Nasdaq. And to me, guys, the Nasdaq is has been squeezing up and squeezing up and squeezing up into here, and you can see this squeezing off the pattern. And now it looks like we're about to break out. And then I really do see, guys, probably the tech sector is probably going to go nuts again. The tech sector has been very quiet as of late. And so now we are looking at a situation where I absolutely truly believe that we are likely to start to see some really significant moves in the tech sector, a rotation back into tech stocks, and then off we go. So a lot of those big tech stocks out there, which I'm actually part of, by the way, I truly believe we're going to start to see some moonshot action. I truly believe we're going to see some really big moves out of the Nasdaq coming real soon because of what we're seeing through here. Again, the triangle pattern, the breakout. And the target projection is, once we do break this level here, is a nice good, say, 10 to 15% move up to 16,000, which is also a good round number. So that's where I see the Nasdaq going moving forward. Alrighty, guys, let's have a look at the good old Bitcoin chart right now. This is the Bitcoin chart here. And Bitcoin, there's a few things that I'm thinking about with Bitcoin. Firstly, we have changed and we have shifted overall momentum. We've gone from a bull market to a bear market, okay, and an upward trend to a downward trend. And so, as you can see, if I look at this here, let me look at the screen there for a minute. If you look at this here, what do we have? We have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher highs and higher lows, upward trend, lower lows, lower highs, downward trend. So we got a lower low, lower high, lower low. We could just be getting something like that, and then another dump here soon when it comes to Bitcoin. So just be very cautious of that, guys, when it comes to Bitcoin itself, because once again, if Bitcoin starts to break this 30,000 level here and we hold here and then we go for another drop, then that major resistance back here around the 20,000 level, which is a nice round number, we may be even getting ready for that. And it's really interesting, isn't it? Look at this here. This actually whole thing may be just one big massive shoulder, head, and shoulder formation, and then that'd be pretty scary, the projection from that. Back down at 8,000. Don't say that to your Bitcoin followers, like, John, right, anyway, so that's what I'm saying through there, guys. Again, obviously anything can happen, but we now have changed tune. We're no longer in a very big upward phase in a bull market. We're now in a corrective phase and a downward phase, and we never know how long that's going to be. So that's what I'm saying through there, guys. Let's actually start off. Let's actually go back to Ethereum, and we'll see what's happening with Ethereum. Let's actually do this here. All right, cool. So what we're seeing here right now with Ethereum is you can see it's holding below my sort of longer term. Let me take off the 20 moving average, and this is just the 52 moving average, and you can see my Ethereum chart Ethereum is really holding this moving average quite strong. Look here, holding strong. It's really holding, and now it's holding strong through here as well too. So if we can't get back above this moving average and we start to break back down again, we could be getting ready for quite a solid move on the downside when it comes to Ethereum. Where was that resistance level back here with Ethereum? So possibly even back down towards 1,500, maybe even 1,000 on Ethereum. So that's what I'm saying through there, guys. You can see this moving average is really holding Ethereum quite strongly. And so if we do continue to hold below here, not get back above, then we're probably going to go for another bit of a free fall on the movement on the downside. But one thing I'm looking at, guys, when it comes to the whole crypto market itself and the whole big crypto market, I truly believe, guys, that we're going to see a big massive washout soon, meaning like we're going to see a big massive 80 to 90% correction across all cryptos. and we're going to see most 80 to 90%, 95% of the cryptos go away. There's too many coins out there you can trade right now, and everything's just gone nuts around the crypto market, and we're going to see an absolute devastation soon. Now, soon, it could be 6 months, could be 12 months, I don't know, but we're going to see a bloodbath soon coming in the crypto market, and I don't know when that's going to be. But when it does come, that's when I'll be personally. I'm not invested in the crypto market right now. I have better places to put my money right now when it comes to the crypto market. But the thing is, guys, is I see a big, massive washing away, and 90% of a big 90% crash in the markets, a big 90% pullback in the markets, and then from that process, we can start to see that we're probably then after that big washing away, and we're going to see blood in the streets. That's when I'm going to come in to invest, because then for the next, say, 10, 20 years, we're probably going to see what happened. It's probably going to be a repeat of what happened back in 2000, right? 2000, prior to 2000, we had the tech boom, we had the tech bust, and then 20 years later, a lot of these companies are a major part of our lives right now, and so that's what I'll be doing. That's what's probably going to happen. We may even see another big leg up soon. I don't know, but over the next 1-2 years, I don't know. Whenever it happens, I don't know. Whenever it happens, I'll be ready. When we see the bloodbath in the cryptocurrencies, the washing away, the reset. And then from there, I'll be investing in a good handful of cryptocurrencies for the long term, 10, 20 years. Because I know from that, 20 years from now, we're probably some of the coins that I do buy, I probably have just 1,000x from there. Again, 10, 20 years. Just like with the internet days, 2000 bust happened. Here we are 20 years later, and a lot of these major companies, right? Microsoft, Google, Amazon, these big major companies are now worth a lot of money. And if you just bought them back then and held for 20 years, so much wealth is going to be created over the next 10, 20 years, guys, across all markets. And Bitcoin is just one of them. Alrighty, guys, so let's actually look at... Let's have a look at two different stocks that I'm actually three different stocks I'm looking at right now, guys, that I really am focusing on. Firstly is Adobe. Adobe, I'm actually already in Adobe right now, guys. So, you know, it's too late to get in now. If you're not in Adobe, it's too late to get in now. But I do see Adobe started to break out of this sort of, you can see my weekly chart to the right. This weekly chart to the right here. We are breaking out of this level through here on Adobe, and we get breaking out above here as well too. We're starting to get a lot of increase in volume. As you can see, a lot of increase in volume on this breakout, which is a really good sign. Shows that the big boys are coming in. And then also we can see we have a nice 50% retracement. See this level through here? This is that 50%. You can see how it came down, bounced off the 50%, and now continuing up. So to me, Adobe looks like it's about to start to make some nice moves, and I have a target of 600 in Adobe. Now that may happen in a week. We've got earnings coming out next week, or maybe in this week, should I say? I think it's this week, the 17th. Yeah, so this week here, so we've got earnings coming out. So it may even happen this week, or on a big spike up for some reason. I don't know why. Or it may not do much with the earnings, and then it might take a few months for that to happen. So I'm already in Adobe right now, guys. And I see I'm in it with options. So I didn't buy the stock, I just bought the option. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens through there. The next stock I'm really focused on, guys, is Amazon. Amazon right now, I'm looking at the daily chart to the left, weekly chart to the right. And I'm seeing that we're starting to hold here, right? We're starting to hold this level through here on this weekly chart, which is this point through here on the daily chart. If we can continue holding and we continue to break up out of this level through here, then that tells me if we can start to break above sort of this 3,500 level, especially with volume like Adobe, then I have a target of 4,000 on Amazon if we can start to do that there. So Amazon to me has a target once again, but I want to see just like Adobe. If I go back to Adobe, ADBE, I want to see a breakout first, right? I want to see a breakout first to say, okay, the breakout tells us, okay, we're now likely to continue. Same with Amazon as well too. That's just more of a conservative approach, guys, for me. because we don't know. The market could then suddenly, right now when it looks at Amazon, we could then suddenly do this and roll over and not get the breakout. When you get the breakout, you're not buying down here, but you're waiting for when the market breaks out here. Then it gives you a much higher probability of then it running on towards its target. Make sense, guys? So I'm after conservative approaches in the markets. I'm not a big risk taker, but I love trading conservative approaches when it comes to that. Plus also the last one, which is a gold stock, which is Newcrest Mining. Oh man, I said it again, Newcrest Mining. NEM, Newmont Corporation. Newmont, right? Newmont has had a big channel through here, and now we've actually broken to the upside, and now we're pulling back quite nicely here on that weekly chart. And we've got this major support level around this level through here. As you can see, it's around that sort of 68 level, which you can see through there. Let's actually bring up this short-term chart here for a minute. So you can see we've got a nice pullback through to here. So for me personally, once again, guys, I'll be looking for a hold and a break above 74. If we can get a break above 74, then I have a target of 82 on that one there. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this here, and I'll talk to you real soon. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.